Make the ground shake.
My expectation was to be a lot more practical education than kind of going through the same torture that I went through in terms of memorizing and still writing from memory. I did not enjoy that at all. So I realized that if I wanted to learn something, better off learning from the internet on that topic versus kind of going through the classroom thing. I wanted the classroom to be more about engagement and questioning some of these beliefs, which I think was not the case because most students were expecting their first interaction happening in that classroom. They were introduced to a subject for the first time and like they would act ignorant about it. I think it was a very slow process for me. So for me, I could last 2 semesters, 1 or 2 semesters max, and I dropped out because I realized that I was more of a problem for other kids wanting to learn versus my learning. So I figured out internet was better off. Fortunately or unfortunately, my family went through a financial crisis when I was just probably 14, 15, and I had to take care of my own income / expenses from that age. So what you had to do is learn to deal with life from very early on. I think that was probably the greatest thing I learned, is that when you learn how to make money at that early age, you know how world operates, right? And what is valuable, what gives you money from people, and so on and so forth, right? For me, MBA, I think 2 things were very positive. I got introduced to marketing. I was already knowing about psychology. What I learned was marketing, and it got me started on that subject, and consumer behavior. I realized that that was something that I enjoyed already in terms of own personal passion, but a formal subject that existed on that topic gave me a great curiosity to kind of pursue it. It is often known that people who have very high IQ don't believe in God. But by stopping in believing in God, you will not get high IQ. That's my answer to dropouts. And so this is the problem I see. Just because they felt something, they dropped out, but dropping out will not make you successful. I think failure is an incorrect word. I think I was moving constantly in positive direction. I don't think I was satisfied enough with any of those things. I think I'm fairly ambitious, and I think for me, I had a goal when I went to the financial crisis at that point of time that I will not work for money from the age 35. It kind of coincidentalized. Exited my company also when I was 35. Because I just felt that life is too short to kind of get into this particular race and not realize why are you doing that, right? So for me, that was critical. So I think every stage has been a learning for me. I'm I would say a voracious learner on different things. Every single thing I'm observing and constantly trying to make connections and correlations with. So for me, I would not call them failures. I think they were necessary steps. I believe every successful person has to go through a journey of 100 slaps. It's best to get them early. No, it did not. I think it's a very interesting topic. So, if you look at humans, imagine a kid that was born and never trained by humans to become human. He's most likely to be like an animal, right? Like imagine Mowgli as an example, right? Trained by animals, more like animals, right? And kids, when they are young, they are more like animals, and we train them, and we use the method of shame to train them, right? And we train them and saying that if you don't wear pants, your uncle will say shame, shame, or if you fail, the auntie will say what happened. So we use shame in a beautiful manner to train from animals to humans. The problem with that is that the shame training continues after that as well. Right? And therefore, a lot of people don't take enough risks in their life because the same shame training that was used to convert them from animals to humans continues to be them staying the limited humans that they are, right? So shame is a great tool to train when you are a kid, but probably the worst thing that you will have afterwards. I think When we started FreeCharge, the idea was very simple, saying that there is a particular behavior that 90% of the country is doing on a weekly basis, and are currently using these millions of shops to do that, which is conveniently located for them to get their mobile top up. We told ourselves that if topping up on your mobile or your computer is more efficient method, which you have consumers have moved in the railway tickets behavior, why have they not moved in recharge behavior? Because it was not inconvenient to go to a shop 100 meters away, while railway station used to be quite a effort to kind of book tickets from. So we realized that all we had to do is create an interesting model enough that people will want to move and try a new method, and then hopefully stay on that method because they will not find the other method quite inefficient, right? That's what we did. We gave, for every recharge you did, you gave coupons against that. And it was a very simple insight that people hate pain and they're okay to shift to a place which gives them pain, which gives them slightly more benefit than the pain that they will otherwise get anyway. The thing is, the myth around habits is always about the effort, time and money required to move to the next thing and how efficient the new thing is. So think of a very interesting example. So if I ask you what was more efficient 10 years ago, you will be able to hardly find anything as an answer. But if I ask you, will everything will be more efficient in the future, you will most likely agree to that point because we are constantly making things better. This is a constant law that humanity is following, right? That things are becoming more and more efficient. But people don't change their existing state to a new state till the delta of efficiency is greater than 4. I call this, my own theory as delta 4, is that delta 4 behavior has 3 unique traits. First is it is irreversible. You will try that and you will never move back to the old state. Second is that it is something that has high tolerance. Third thing is UBP versus USP. I believe that the old rules of business are about USP, but UBP is the next thing. UBP is what is the unique brag-worthy proposition, because that's how humanity progresses. This law does not apply to animals, by the way. It's only unique to humans, and the humans are dominating this planet because we have this efficiency rule. The beauty about some of these things is that we don't think of them this way. We just think of ideas in isolation, but there's only one law, are things becoming constantly efficient.